I'm a sophomore at Northwood High School. The New York Times says, quote, "Your biggest carbon sin may be air travel." Possibly because airplanes like the Boeing 747 uses approximately 1 gallon of fuel per second. And over the course of a 10-hour flight, 36,000 gallons of fuel will have been burned. According to Boeing's website, the 747 also burns 5 gallons of fuel per mile. Overall, the world's airlines uses 205 million tons of aviation fuel or kerosene each year, which produces greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, nitrogen oxides, ozone, sulfur dioxide, and methane. Thus, one round-trip flight from New York to San Francisco creates a warming effect equivalent of 2 to 3 tons of carbon dioxide per person. The average American generates about 19 tons of carbon dioxide a year. So if you take 5 long flights a year, they may as well account for 3/4 of the emissions you create. However, this can change with the help of solar panels. On April 15th this year, the Swiss duo Bertrand Piccard and André Borschberg unveiled the completely solar-powered aircraft that can carry 1 passenger, the Solar Impulse 2. It is designed to be able to fly 120 hours or 5 days without 1 drop of fuel. In order for enough energy to be produced, the plane is designed with the top surface of its wings covered with 17,000 solar cells that supply 4 electric motors and with renewable energy. Its batteries can store enough energy in the day to power it at night, which therefore lets the plane have virtual unlimited autonomy. The revolutionary single-seated aircraft is made out of carbon fiber and has a vast 72-meter wingspan, which is longer than a Boeing 747, and is just 8 meters shorter than an Airbus 380. The wingspan is crucial because it is where batteries and solar panels can be installed. However, with a wingspan larger than an international commercial airplane, it weighs just 2,300 kilograms, less than a Hyundai Sonata. However, before I heard about the Solar Impulse 2, in January I worked on a solar airplane project of my own. I began with a simple model airplane from a hobby store, the Super Cub RS. It was as close as I can get to an actual commercial airplane model. However, it's powered by propeller, which is not like a commercial airplane, and the landing gear is nothing similar to that. Also, the wings were attached by rubber bands, obviously not like a real airplane. The wingspan of the model was also only 1.2 meters wide, which limited me to where I could place solar panels. I moved on to researching the intensity of light in our area and in my city and studied electric currents. However, anywhere, even here in Southern California, in January, there just isn't the strongest light intensity. But when I designed my solar-powered plane, I hoped for it to run solely on the 4 flexible solar panels I could install. Thus, I soldered and attached 4 solar panels on the wings and connected it directly to the motor. Like electric hybrid cars today, after multiple tests, even on the sunniest days of January, the plane would stall on the ground. After calculating the energy needed and produced by the solar panels, it was only 1/5 of what was needed for takeoff. So I went back to the drawing board and decided to start from scratch. Like electric hybrid cars today, I decided to include the original battery that came with the model airplane. The battery with the original model with no alterations would last around 10 to 12 minutes. But I added the solar panels, battery charger, wires, and tape, which resulted in a significant weight increase. It was almost 53% heavier. I planned for my hybrid design, despite the weight increase, to charge the battery as it ran through the plane to increase the flight time. The airplane successfully took off and flew, but the flight time decreased and would only fly 1 minute to 2 minutes before it would start nosediving because of the weight. The hybrid airplane was thus not efficient enough to make an impact on the flight time, but I'm continuing to work on this project. In order to have more flexibility with the variables like wingspan and battery life, I will be studying with UCI professors this summer on building my own model airplane. I hope that solar panels used on airplanes will soon not just be used on the Solar Impulse 2, but be also used on commercial airplanes to reduce the carbon footprint of planes in the future. Thank you.